And welcome back. And guess what? We have a nice background and we have a nice us. Look at this. Really, really pretty. But I said the snow can stay on the background. I don't want it anymore. Yesterday was good enough for me.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
So anyway, we have with us in the house today, as promised, Physical Therapy and Balance Center with us there. Ida Wilson, right there in the Brentwood Shopping Center. I was introduced to them by a friend, and I'm so impressed. Just a great business. This is Dan Burke, and this is Juan Ferrar.
Perfect.
Did I do it?
You did.
You rolled the R's and everything.
Good. I roll the R. So anyway, they're with us this morning to talk to us about their business. So many people, and I say this all the time, have balance issues. And I heard of somebody the other day that fell. And once you fall, it causes all these other issues. So, this is great that we have somebody that can deal with these issues. We have a business that can take care of you and help you. Larry, one of my friends, goes there, and I won't give his last name, but he doesn't care. But he really doesn't. But anyway, he said they have really, really helped me. And so brought them in today so that y'all can learn a little bit, because we have two different audiences. They were on Here's Your Good Health, and now I wanted to bring them on for you all, for our early morning audience. So anyway, tell us a little bit about Physical Therapy and Balance Center. Which one of you wants to get started?
We switched places because I was in the middle last time, and I hogged the microphone.
Okay.
So I let Juan, since he is the owner,
tell us about it.
So Physical Therapy and Balance Centers is a national chain, right? It's one of the largest and fastest growing physical therapy and balance providers in the country.
Right.
With over 650 locations nationwide.
Oh, wow. Huh.
And
Must be doing something right.
Absolutely. And what we specialize on, even though we can do all sorts of physical therapy, we're a higher-end physical therapy location, we do specialize on balance.
Right.
Why balance? Because basically 1 in 4 adults is going to have a fall at some point.
Right.
And falls are the #1 cause of injuries that can lead to hospitalizations and a number of different other problems that arise from that, including and possibly death, right?
Yeah.
So we want to mitigate that risk of falling.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, once you fall, it's a chain of events. I mean, all these other things happen. So you brought some things.
The reason I brought that out is the reason Physical is kind of the balance center in its name, and because of this harness, and a guy like you mentioned, your friend Larry, has comorbidities, various reasons. Does he have a drop foot? Does he have weak hips? Did he break a hip? Did he fall and break a hip? Did he break a hip and then fall? So a lot of people, what comes with all those things you're talking about is a fear of falling.
Yes.
And people stop picking up their feet. They start shuffling their feet, doing various things. So we have to get them confident enough to step over hurdles, to step on the stairs, to go up and down stairs one at a time, reciprocal, not just stutter step.
Yes.
And they have a harness system, and it's hard to envision. I think we do have a video. I think Juan gave Lee a video. But we have a harness system, just like you'd use jumping out of an airplane or going on an amusement park ride. And it hooks up, and we hook it to a cable system that holds a couple hundred pounds. And when I mean a couple hundred, like 400 pounds.
450,
so the biggest patient we have can hang on there.
Wow.
And you will stumble, as I joke with the patients in the Bible, you will stumble but not fall. So this will help you regain your gait mechanics. You see, this is a normal physical therapy, but there's the harness we're talking about. We do a lot of, shoulders and hips and knees, core strength, pelvic floor, but our #1 niche is the balance system. That's your typical, as I said, physical therapy system, but you should see the harness in a minute. You saw the gentleman with it on. But we have an overhead system. It's called SOS, pun intended, safety overhead system. And that would keep people from falling. And somebody like Larry comes in, he uses a walker every day.
Right.
But he comes in, he wants to go back to using a cane. We'll jump right to it. We have people using a cane. I had a lady yesterday. Doesn't want to use a cane anymore because she's too young to use a cane.
Yeah.
So we're working on her just getting back to normally what you'd call community ambulation, walking in a gait pattern. And we also have people who've come in, they could have MS, they could have had Guillain-Barré, certain syndromes where they lost the ability to walk, they had a weakness, and we're going to get them back. We've had people, at least 3 off the top of my head, and I won't say names, came in wheelchairs and are now walking in from the parking lot with nothing. Canes, walkers, anything.
Well, you know, Dan and Juan, I cannot tell you how many people over, you know, the years have told me their pride as they get older.
Absolutely.
I am not walking with that walker, or I am not using that cane.
Or vanity.
You got to do something. Yeah. So you got to do something.
Yeah.
And y'all can help them. You know, I'm sure you ask them what their goal is.
Exactly. One of the first questions.
What is your goal?
Most good therapists are going to do that.
Yeah.
What do you want from this?
And one of the things that we, you know, specialize on is every patient that gets their own individualized treatment plan.
Yes.
So it's not a run-of-the-mill for everybody. Dr. Dan works with each patient, sets in conjunction with them what their goals are, what do they want to achieve. You know, like he said, I want to get away from this walker, I want to get away from this cane. And then they work over a period of weeks.
That is wonderful.
To achieve that.
Good example, I worked with one gentleman and he wanted to walk his daughter down the aisle and not use a cane or a walker.
Yeah.
So we weren't training him for walk. Some people come in, I want to walk 2-3 miles a day like I used to, which is great. It's a great goal. But his was just, Dan, help me walk 100 feet, you know, down the aisle with my daughter. And he was fine with that, yeah.
That is great. Now, do you have to have a referral? Do you have to
Absolutely not. So North Carolina is what we call a direct access state.
Okay.
Which means you as a patient, you as a person, gets to pick and choose whether you want to go to physical therapy or not.
Okay.
So you all you have to do is call us up or visit our clinic, set up an appointment, and Dr. Dan and his team will do an initial evaluation. And then after that, we will share all the information with your physician, because one of the things that, at least at Fyzical, we always want to do is keep your physician informed of what we're doing with you, so that we can progress and work with them as a healthcare team hand in hand.
And that was a national thing. That's why I had to go back and get my doctorate. That was a big national push by the PT and the insurance corporations to go to physical therapy, and then in conjunction with your doctor, I will communicate. Send them and they will verify, yes, they can go to physical therapy. It's not like the old days.
Yeah, that is great, because there's nothing I hate any worse than having to go through the doctor, get a referral, then, you know,
3 weeks later.
If I want to go here, I want to go. I want to be able to do that. So anyway, I am so thankful for y'all that we have learned about you and our audience as well. Now, 1 in 4 adults over 65 will fall this year.
Correct. That's
pretty
a
steep
staggering
numbers.
statistic, right?
Yeah.
It's really a fall epidemic that we live in.
Yes.
And most people are not aware that, you know, especially once you get into those high 50s, mid 60s, a fall is super dangerous. I mean, you could really injure yourself, end up in hospital, and it's actually a leading cause of complications that may lead to death down the line.
Absolutely.
So the more that we can do early, the earlier you can get into balance therapy. If you're stumbling, if you're struggling, the better, because that lets us get you to a better place, right? You might have been up here 50 years ago, like Dan says. You're down here right now. We may not be able to get you all the way back here, but if we get you up here, right, that really mitigates the risk of falling. Plus another staggering statistic, right? If you fall once, the chance of or likelihood that you will fall again and again just doubles every time you fall. So you have to really address that.
And you mentioned pride, and I joked vanity, but a lot of people are in denial.
Yes.
I walk okay. You know, around the house, I touch the furniture and the wall. You're right. And vision. Give me those readers, right?
Yeah, the TV's on so loud you can hear it next door.
But people will start, oh, I got it set up in my garage. I can grab the door, I can grab the wall, and they do what we call furniture walking. And that you're setting yourself up for failure. You're going to fall eventually.
Yeah, I mean, and another statistic for everybody to know, right? About 1 in 10 falls will result in a limiting situation that will stop you from doing your daily activities or lead for you to have medical attention.
One people forget about is often you fall and hurt your shoulder. Now you're not only having trouble walking around, you're having trouble doing your activities of daily living, getting in your medicine cabinet, getting in your counters and your cabinets. And,
you could break a hip, and heaven forbid,
or God forbid,
when older people, when they break a hip, I mean, it just, they just deteriorate.
Right for them. Yep.
It's just not. But okay, tell me about vertigo. Do y'all handle vertigo?
Yeah, I have some vestibular, a lot of vestibular and vertigo training, and I talked when I was on the previous show, like you said, on your station here. There are differences. There's positional vertigo, which I'm confident I can treat fairly well. There's, you can have, she asked about Meniere's disease. I said, that's one of them, I'll be honest with it. There's central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. There's all kinds of vertigo, but the most common is positional vertigo. Lots of people will get it, and we can handle that. The best thing about it, it's usually a quick treatment, usually under 10 visits. The worst thing about it is we do exercises that make you dizzy to get your inner ear crystals and the whole, I can explain that some other time, back into place.
Right.
And it's not the most fun. If you come in and you're dizzy and you're guarding, a lot of times though too, there's a cervical or neck component. People have bad posture. There's usually other issues, and I will work on that. Sometimes it's medication. Sometimes people have not only high blood pressure, low blood pressure can affect your dizziness and vertigo and transition. There's medication issues. So we do a pretty thorough examination and go from there.
Right.
Yeah, but we have a lot of success with the vertigo patients.
Yep.
Very good, because I know of, a lot of people that
Again,
have
most
that.
people experience it at 65 and up. At one time, you're going to experience it.
So this says this is amazing, every 11 seconds an older adult falls.
Yep. That is correct, yeah.
Wow. Ooh. Nearly 1/3 of all non-fatal injuries are caused by falls. So that's just,
And this time of year with, ice, and you hear in the weather reports black ice for your cars, but also for people as well.
Right.
So it's going to happen.
And traumatic brain injury can be caused by...
Absolutely.
That's one of the worst ones. Juan grabbed the back of his head and was demonstrating when people fall.
Yeah.
Our center of gravity is in front of us. We teach people how to fall so you can protect yourself. It's a bad reaction. Our natural reaction, we don't want to fall in our faces. We lean back and often hit our head, and that's far worse. The other one is when people get dizzy. I'm just going to share with you out there. I teach people to keep their eyes open and get a focal point, focus on something in front of them, because what they do is they get dizzy and they close their eyes, and that's one of the worst things to do, because that's one of the 3 components we use for keeping ourselves static. And we close our eyes and it gets worse.
And not only do you fall outside, right? One of the most common places that people fall is actually inside their homes.
Isn't that something?
They might just trip on a rug.
A
They
rug.
might trip.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Get rid of those throw rugs.
Yes.
The little dog, we have
Dogs.
pets, dogs, cats that get between our legs, or you just get up at night into the bathroom and you stumble, or even the shower.
Exactly.
Because that's a really
More comfortable
commonplace,
too at home.
We're more comfortable, so we let our guard down.
That's
so it's pretty
right.
common. So
That's a good
one of the big
point.
pieces that we train people to work with.
Absolutely. That's some really good points that, gosh, I can remember my mom's not 89, and she said she almost fell. She didn't. But she said, you've got to take all these rugs off. And I'm thinking, I love my rugs.
Your mother's correct.
I
Listen to
love
Mom.
my rugs, yes. I'm doing without the rugs.
Use trip
It'll be
factor.
worth it. So really, we do need to look at our homes and see what could cause it, and try to do maybe some preventive maintenance,
Perfect
so
word.
to speak.
Perfect word choice and description. Throw rugs, also lips from when people, and I happen in my own house, people coming in and put in the floor, people who preceded you in the house.
Right.
And they just kind of put it together and, we'll just put a little lip over that.
Right.
And even if the floors are uneven, and that's a huge trip area.
Yeah.
The throw rugs may be number one. Small pets. We all
Yes.
love our little dogs or cats and stuff, but you got to watch those as well.
Oh, pets,
Yeah.
yes. They will trip you up.
If anyone wants to understand what are some of those risks at home, they can always go to our Facebook page, because particularly coming into winter, we always post what are the major risks of trips and falls at home, so that you can at least prep your home and take some of those things away.
Are we taking a call?
Well, I think I let it go too long, but if you want to call back. If you have a question, we're only going to take calls with about these particular guests right now. So if you want to ask them a question, we'll do Stump the Panel. So, and I doubt we can do that.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm not going to stump the panel. I just want to, I tell you, I praised my therapist when I was going through my stuff. I had, for those guys, Sandra knows, but I had a necrotizing fasciitis in my foot, and I had an amputation back a year and a half ago. And I can't do enough praises for my therapist. I did therapy for just really a month, and learning how to walk again, really, with a prosthetic and prosthesis, and it was, the therapist did a really great job. They pushed me. They didn't just candy coat it. They pushed me, and I tell you, the biggest thing to me going into therapy is the attitude. Going in with a positive attitude that you're going to do this, you're going to push yourself, and you're going to do everything that you did before you had the amputation.
Dan, do you deal with any amputees?
Yeah, actually, I thought of a gentleman. I have a double amputee, a double right now above the knee amputee.
Okay.
I've got him. He walked for 10 minutes with a walker, of course, and the two. My big goal is to get him to stand independently. He's still, we got him up to one hand, like a minute and a half, but he still won't get past 10 seconds. And you mentioned, I'm sure you had a lot to do with it, not only your attitude, sir, but your compliance. You know, we have people show up, miss 3 weeks. Oh, I had a wedding. I was out of town. I had Thanksgiving. We all had Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
And they don't show up for 3 weeks, and they think it's no big deal. That's a huge deal. Think about if you didn't show up to your job.
Right, right.
Weeks, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we don't ask you to come every day. Some people do after a stroke, or you know, sometimes we'll have people come 5 days a week. Most people 2 to 3 times a week. Not asking too much, I think.
Yes,
and we ask
absolutely.
you.
I did 2 times a week, and I did it for a month, and then I got hit with pneumonia, and I spent a couple of days in the hospital with that, and after that I didn't ever get back into it. But I was doing good on my own and working on my own, so I think it worked out okay, and I stopped in and visited them the other day when I was out there getting lab work. And
Sir, did you get a home exercise program stuff? Did they tell you stuff to do at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's perfect.
You get these different things, armbands that you can exercise with. You can buy them at Walmart, and they're great. Work out your upper body and different exercises for that, and then you get a printout with all your exercises. I'm sure you do that too.
That's what,
do
home
your
exercise
different leg exercises and hip movements and all that. So it's great.
Yeah, and in the end, as you said, and as Dr. Dan says, right, therapy only works if you own your own plan of care. So it's a real partnership between your therapist and yourself as a patient. And if those 2 things come together, we can definitely get you better for sure.
Yeah, you gotta want to do it. My brother-in-law, he had 2 arm injuries about the same time, a little bit before I had my amputation, and he didn't want to go to therapy, and he waited about a year, and then he told my wife he wanted to do some therapy, and we're like, yeah, you waited a year now. You just, the attitude has a lot to do with it. It really does.
Yeah.
I appreciate your work. I appreciate all therapists out there.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Philip.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that was a great call, because that brings us to if you are an amputee, they can certainly work with you. Dan can work with you, and on that as well. Now, another statistic that really, 3 million older adults visit the ER. 3 million visit the ER each year because of falls.
Yes.
That's a lot. Whoa.
That's a major city.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So, and 1 in 10 falls in injuries that limit daily activity or require medical attention.
And I will say, we have a different terminology in the medical profession. I didn't fall, I just kind of lowered myself to the floor. I just kind of tripped.
Yes.
I stumbled and hit the wall, but I didn't hit. You don't have to hit the ground to fall.
Right. That's right.
You know, so a lot of those in the ER, somebody did trip and hit my car, hit the garage wall, hit the stairs. That's a fall. And that's why a lot of people are self-evaluation. We didn't fall, but I stumbled the other day. I hit the wall. I stumbled in the kitchen, but I caught myself. Yeah, those are falls.
Or I have to move across the house just grabbing the furniture, right? Because I'm stumbling a little bit. So that's pretty dangerous, and we want to address that.
Well, we're so glad to have y'all on this morning. Y'all are located in and if somebody wants to make an appointment, would they have to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get in?
Normally, we can get them in within a week.
Okay,
Normally,
great.
I mean, it depends on the type of case.
Yeah.
and how our schedules looks, but normally we can get anybody in within a week.
Okay.
We did have, the last time we were on a show, a lady was referred by our,
By Linda.
our host, and we got them in the next day, luckily, because
Oh,
somebody had
great.
canceled. And they've already been discharged. I don't remember when we did the show, a couple
Right.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Saw
bit.
that lady maybe 10 times.
Yeah, vestibular issues.
And she
Wow.
walked
Dizziness.
in with a walker, her daughter helping her in very, very slowly.
Right.
And she walked out, no walker herself the other day,
Oh,
going, I haven't
wow.
been dizzy in a couple weeks. Yeah, so that's a perfect example of that.
Oh, that is great. Well, I'm glad we had a referral. Our
Me too.
we have great attentiveness from our and participation with our sponsors from our viewers. We've been doing this rodeo about 24 years on the morning
Yeah.
show, so they know.
You
if
started in
we-
high school?
Yeah,
Yes.
I sure did. Thank you. But, you know, we're not going to recommend somebody that we don't. We check out every person we advertise on here, or every person we recommend, every company we recommend. So, you know, our viewers place a lot of trust in what we say.
Good.
And so we try to, and I've just been, as I said, so impressed with what this business does, and it's called Fyzical with an F.
yeah, the
Look
spelling on
right
the
there, Physical Therapy and Balance Center. So any kind of physical therapy, right? Any kind of physical
Yeah,
therapy.
we
If
do,
you
like I said,
had surgery and they say
right.
you
Or
need physical
Knee
therapy.
replacements, hip
Yeah,
replacements.
orthopedic,
Yes.
which would be shoulder, even surgery or injury. Shoulder, back. Number one is low back. You know,
Yes.
deal with a lot
Low
of
back pain.
Yes.
core. We do pelvic, low back, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, toes. You know, sing the
Yes.
song like a little
Yes.
kid. We do a lot of neuro too, post strokes and/or mini strokes and various Parkinson's, yeah.
Guillain-Barré, MS.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we do
low back
overall.
pain.
but-
Meniscus.
Yeah, sure.
Because you need some
ACL,
physical-
MCL,
I've got a
LCL,
friend that's
PCL,
fixing to have
meniscus.
meniscus. I'm
Anything to
fixing
do with the
send him.
skeleton.
Yeah.
Any
Yes.
part of your skeleton.
Yeah. So-
Wow. Well, you know, there's no need to walk around miserable.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not when there's help.
And well,
that can be
because of
gotten.
your viewing area, and we talked about it last time, Juan is the brains behind the business, and he's a very bright guy. I tease him at work, but he's a very smart man.
Thank
I
you.
do tease him at work all the time.
A lot.
But he, yeah, a lot. He gets that in. But he has plans to open in Rocky Mount, plans to open in Goldsboro,
Yay.
Greenville. Yeah.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
It's a stepwise approach. Like therapy, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But we, at some point in the next couple of years, will be coming
That
to
is
Rocky
great.
Mount and Greenville and Goldsboro. So yeah,
Wow.
right now we only have the Wilson location
Yes.
at the Brentwood Shopping Center, and we're happy to help anybody that needs any help. So.
Well, I think I can get to Wilson in about 15 minutes. So
Well, I'm hoping
same
to.
amount
Juan's
of time
got
I can
another.
get across town
Juan's got
here.
a patient for me at 8:45 right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of patients from the viewing area because we get a lot of people that come in from Rocky
Yeah.
Mount
Yes.
treatment as well.
In the
Good.
suburbs.
Yes. Yeah, y'all are right down the road. So anyway, we really appreciate y'all being on and letting us know exactly what your business does
Sure.
encompass. What can we go to you for? And I think we've gotten a lot of knowledge on that this morning. So anyway, thank y'all so
We
much.
appreciate you
Thank
having
you.
us on not once but twice, but
Oh,
airing
yes.
the other show twice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Very much appreciate
And
it.
people
Well,
like you
anything
and
that can
Lyndon,
help our
Larry, and
audience,
everybody.
you know, and local businesses too. We're all about, we love local businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we're going to have them back. Well, they're not coming on here. We're going to really show you some action in January. Remember what we do in January, y'all. New year, new you, and it's all about keeping physically fit, eating right. We're going to have dietitians. We're going to have these guys. We're going to go into their business and just watch them in action.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some other aspects as well. Mental health, we're going to address that, have somebody on talking about that, because that's part of our well-being.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it really is. So it's going to be a great month, and I'm so excited. It's one of my favorite things that we do on the station. So anyway, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Is it okay if I give them our phone number in
Oh,
case
please
somebody wants
do.
to come in?
Please do.
So our phone number is 252-281-2607, and we can help anybody that wants to come in and get evaluated. We do offer free fall risks.
Yes.
So anybody just mentioned that you saw us on the show, and Dr. Dan will run a free fall risk assessment for you guys.
And say the phone number again.
252-281-2607.
Okay. Been a great segment with
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back, y'all, right after this, and we're going to talk real estate.
Our goal is to help you love your life. Our compassionate, highly skilled team is committed to helping you achieve your optimal health and wellness. Our therapists have extensive knowledge and experience in orthopedics, sports medicine, neurological rehabilitation, manual therapy, and balance therapy. When your life is sidelined by an injury, dizziness, surgery, or condition keeping you from doing what you love, we're here to help you heal and feel your best. We pride ourselves on our hands-on, personalized approach to patient care. Our therapist evaluation will determine the root cause of your health challenges, resulting in a unique treatment plan customized just for you. With convenient locations nationwide, Fyzical offers the accessibility and expertise of a national organization and the friendly touch of your local community health expert. Visit www.fyzical.com to find your nearest location and see how we can help you love your life.
Let it be Christmas everywhere.